Have you ever said something to a person with differences in ableism that you rethought after the fact? If so, what would you have said and done differently if you could go back in time?
Just the other day, this happened. I was swimming in a swimming pool with some friends, and there was a guy there named Don. And I was talking to him and asking him some questions. And we was just carrying on conversation. Well, he wasn't straightly looking at me, so I was just asking him random stuff, and we was just talking. And I asked him, I said, "Are you ignoring me?" And he said, "No, I just didn't hear you." So it made me feel just about like that. So then I was like, "Oh my gosh!" But He didn't bother him. But thinking about it now, I could have just tapped him on the shoulder and said, "Don," and then asked him the question instead of just assuming he heard me.
When you were growing up, can you remember any experiences in which someone of varying abilities was treated differently than you? How would a teacher in the current time respond more appropriately if that were to happen again?
Well, when I was in elementary school, one of my really good friends was hard of hearing, and she always got to sit up front. And then if we was doing something, she always got to be right beside the teacher. She always got to be just right there. Well, I wanted to be right there, not just because of the teacher, but I wanted to be right there because I wanted to be with my friend. And she just would not let me sit there because she knew that she didn't need to be distracted or whatever, that she just needed to be up there where she could hear. To think about what she could have probably done different, um, maybe she could have let me sit there and um, everybody not really realize that she had the problem, or she could just explain to everybody that that's why she sat up there.
How has the idea, terminology, or public perception regarding those with ableist challenges changed in your lifetime? How?
I think that people choose better wording for stuff. Just like used to, people would just call you retarded. Well, now people are more aware of what you need to call people instead of hurting their feelings, or they're just more educated and you need to say that they're mentally challenged or they have some kind of disability. And then as far as sometimes people will say, "Oh, you're mixed." Well, no, that's not. You shouldn't say that. You should just say like, "Oh, you're biracial," or you should say, biracial instead of mixed.
I don't agree with handicapped children being out of the classroom. What do you think?
I think that the handicapped children should be able to stay in the classroom, um, unless it's something serious, But if they're able to be in the classroom, then they should be able to stay in the classroom. I feel like someone should be in there helping them, and instead of singling them out, maybe just have several people sitting at a table with them so they're not singled out.